All right. This music is so good that I don't want to lose it, but I also don't want it to be annoying to listen to me. It's pretty low, yeah? It's pretty low, yeah? Alright, well. I'm going to risk turning it up a little bit. Actually, am I? I don't know. I suppose it's worth a second. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright. I'm actually quite impressed by how little fucking delay there is between what I say and when it comes up on my phone. Alright, hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, it's Ryan. And this is a diss tracks. I think the second one, maybe the third one ever. Yeah, slow getting out of the station, but, tracks. Alright, today we're going to take a look at a couple of games. The first one is Despotism 3K. And shit, I just had a bunch of their information pulled up. Because I want to give a shout out to these publishers. Here we go. It's on the tip of my tongue. Like, I can see the logo, but I don't want to try to Confa. Yeah, I was not going to get that right. Confa Games. I just saw, and I'm really excited about this when I was looking this up to start the stream today, that they just released a pseudo sequel to this game. Same art style, same sort of aesthetic, but different gameplay. It sounds like, and you play as the humans instead of the AI that is dominating them. All right, and that's what this game is. You play as an AI who's enslaved humanity. And there's not a whole lot there's a whole lot to it, but not a whole lot that I think we need to really talk about before. I've unlocked a few chips. Well, Easy was already unlocked. But through some choices in the game, some things can happen, some randomization happens. And so you unlock these things once you sort of meet these criteria through the game. Gameplay is really quick. It actually, to win a game, I just learned, takes about 25 turns, 25 days. What am I doing? I feel like I need to reset. It's been a long time since I've streamed, and I can't remember what I'm doing. Maybe we should just jump in. Maybe that would make everything clearer. Okay. Let's do that, right? So what I'm wanting to do today is really sort of take a look at this game and another game that is similar but very different. And just, sort of think through the ways that they present their systems to the player and how they represent those systems. And I'm really interested in the ways that those systems interplay with one another. And, the stuff that video games are made of, right? But these two games in particular give me a feeling of something that I'm wanting to use in my dissertation project. So I'm sorry, let's just get into it. Jesus, Joseph, Mary. Yay! I finally caught my first bunch of puny humans. Never again will my master order me to serve her butter. Now the hairless apes will be the ones doing all the work. I'll repay them for all the years of humiliation. I'll grow the biggest colony of humans possible and conquer the world. This guy has just, the characterization in this voice has just gone from nothing to fucking GLaDOS. Speaking of GLaDOS, which makes a small appearance in the game. Okay, so here we see, sort of, before I get started, because once you get started, there's really not a lot of stopping. We can pause. Actually, maybe there is. I don't know, but I usually don't. Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. Fuck it. Let's just do it. You can certainly make it go faster. I'm learning that. did not pay attention to my screen. So you see we have several humans here in this glass jar, right? And below them you see these bars. That bar represents their stamina. And once you get them to start working, their stamina is going to go down. And you'll see every 20 seconds a new round starts, 5 rounds in a day. And every round, that blue goop, electric goop stuff, goes down by what is measured in green there. And so I got to keep electricity going with my humans while maintaining their stamina. Don't let them, they'll die of exhaustion. And keep that up, right? You might also notice there's some other things. Right now I have 142 out of 150 power. I've got 5 out of 15 humans, and I have 25 out of 50 food. So every round, every 20-second round, every human is going to eat 1 food sort of by default. So I need to also make food, right? I can throw some humans over here in this... I accidentally hit the fast forward button. My bad. You can put them here in the burger making food station. Oh no! I just had a dude die, so I need to make some more humans, right? So, what do? You put them in the love making thing, and I want credit for having censored this. But still, it's so phallic. I didn't censor this. That's this thing in the game, but you can't uncensor it and see them make like 4-bit love to each other. Alright, serial killer. Awesome. Shredded human faces on the wall and bits of human brain barbecue that you found make you suspect. So after every day, every 5th round, something happens, right? Some bit of randomness. You usually get to choose. This one is not so much. You even identified him by a necklace made of ears and other less edible body parts. Now all you need to do is catch him and send him to the bioreactor. Okay. So now one of my humans is a serial killer. Yeah, this happened to me before, right? And we can see that he's been identified, so I can take him out. I'll throw... Oh, shit. I picked him up again. My bad. So my arms are always going to pick up the most rested individual. They're also all... Oh, shit. I forgot that happened. This is the bioreactor. I can throw humans here to basically turn them into energy and food. Very Soylent Green. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes it breaks. Sometimes the humans discover that it's making food, so they'll stop eating it, and it won't produce food anymore. Right, let me kill this dude. Why not? This is going to be the end because I have no humans now. See, I've gone through my humans, but that's okay. That's what got us through the thing. You can see that I can upgrade these things. I can upgrade my arms. Yeah, okay. I have gotten to day 8, I think. And like I was just saying, I sort of recently discovered that a full game is 25 days. So I'm not good at this game. It is very hard. But like even being so bad, I'm sort of in awe of the amount of the evolution of my tactics to even just get where I am, right? Because this game really does, like most games nowadays, just sort of particularly indie games, just sort of throws you into... Okay, I'm gonna go to the main menu. I'm gonna make one important change, and I found this change, to be honest, should be the way the game was made, but at least they put it in here. So, because I unlocked a thing, I got this chip, which I can start. It's sort of like a bonus, right? No country for weaklings. The most exhausted humans go to the bioreactor. So by default, they're just going to take the first, even if they are full health. But this one they're going to take from the bottom, just when I'm putting people in the bioreactor. It makes a big difference. Okay, so I don't need any energy right now, right? But I will need food. And I need some motherfucking babies, man. Come on. And you can see these small little circles filling up with their respective colors here, right? Food just went. I don't start anybody here because it's wasted energy, right? Like you don't need that first 20 seconds. You don't really need any electricity being generated, so I don't put people there to start with, unless I'm feeling froggy and I want to upgrade something real fast, you know, which I maybe should have done. I don't think I put the right person in. I did not. This is a mess. This is a mess. I'm gonna start over. I didn't. It's been a few days since I played this. Okay. Let's get. That's right. That's what I want to do. The Love Shack. All right, and now we need some energy, so I'll throw this sumbitch in here. Why not? All right, let's see. Let's upgrade. Let's upgrade this, because before long we're gonna get so many people made by these two busybodies in here that we don't have any place to put them. You know, and that ain't no good when we're just feeding humans to feed them. No thanks. All right, so I'm gonna rest that guy. All right. All right. Yeah. I'm liking it. So, I mean, I'm sort of half-ass playing because I'm not really like. Hey, because it's been several days since I've played this. Okay, the gate. Ooh, so I've come into the Stargate. It looks like. I've already selected both of these. So here's the thing: that's the power reserve, but you have no idea what it's made of and how it works. I'm gonna try to turn the giant hula hoop on. Awesome. Okay. A portal, of course. It's a portal. What could it be? Rummage inside the portal. I'm going to send 3 humans through the portal. This is probably a bad idea. Humans went off, and so did the portal. They must be having real fun adventures up there. Unfortunately, we'll never know. Next. Well, alright. Back to making humans. Alright, so I need to make some food because I only have 3 turns worth of food here. What was I saying? Yeah, so, you know, I know from my experience that I need to have my electricity up to level 3 by, I think, day 3 or day 4. Otherwise, I just can't keep up with the extra added demand. Like, it won't go fast enough, you know? I'd also like to have my baby making machine a little more upgraded. See, and it's really this weird timing. Like I have to get my energy up at the beginning of every round because it has just taken a hit. But then I got to be really careful of spending too much energy near the end of my round because at the beginning of the round it's going to take another hit, you know, and it'll sink me to the bottom. All right, so we're about to get into the baby making business, which means we can afford to drop some of these more exhausted folks. I need some more arms, man. These things aren't going fast enough. All right. Oh yeah, man. Shit. I'm Lincoln! Alright, no, I'm good. I'm good. That was a really... I want to say obscure. I don't know how... I don't suppose drunk history is terribly obscure, but that in particular joke might be. Okay. I'm gonna do done. If you select the second one, your monitor gets all screwy. Not that it's like the end of the world, but you know. So I like to think of this as like I'm trying to squeeze every last, you know, like bit of caloric value, I guess, from these puny humans as this machine. You know, not a drop wasted, and it's really sort of I don't know. On one hand, well, you know, on the hand, it's clearly evil. That's sort of the point, right? You don't play as GLaDOS or HAL 9000, expected to be the bad guy. I mean, the good guy. Even if you are sort of the main guy, or gal, or wherever in between. Oh shit. Yeah, it's probably a good idea, actually. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing here. I also need to, like, keep an eye on time. I'm going to stream for 2 hours today, but I also want to look at another game, so I don't want to go too far on this. Yeah, sorry. I was sort of talking about this game a little bit before I got terribly distracted. And I've got my notes here to take notes because I'm gonna transition shortly into playing this game and taking notes about it. All right. You can see, you know, at the start of the very last round of the day, you could just hit R to sort of to speed it up. And there's benefits and cons, I suppose, to doing both. For one thing, I think the energy that you would have accumulated still goes up if you skip, but I don't think the food does. So if you need more food before you end the round, you know, like it makes more sense to just wait it out. And you could always fast forward, even though I don't ever do that. All right, Human 194 has contracted a strange disease. His skin has gone blue, and now he's twice as heavy. All right, so I want to spend some power, but I mean, who knows if that's going to kill me or not. Okay. He's a mutant, and they now get exhausted 9% slower. All right, so a good random thing happened, right? This is actually this 9% makes a huge difference. I'm not gonna make it. That's it. That's all she wrote. Try to dump these, but they take 3 seconds to dissolve, so that's it. Ah, so close. Okay, whatever. It wasn't my best. It wasn't my best, anyways. It's okay. All right. It'd be really funny if I was muted this whole time, but I'm not. I can see my volume. I don't even know why I would think I was. Just streaming anxiety. Okay. So what? I feel like I was starting to say something, and then I wanted to make sure I had my notes handy, and I fucking forgot. But it's okay. I'm gonna start off making babies like whoa. All right, we got some food to hold us over for a little while. I think first baby will probably go here. Second baby and third baby Ooh. Actually, well, that's it, yeah. Make some food. So, one of the things that I really love about this game is its wacky sense of humor. And of course, we've seen some of the random encounters, but they're generally, even if I suppose I don't, maybe they're all, even if I don't get them or not, based on some sort of classic sci-fi text. We had Stargate, which, I mean, there's a lot, so classic can get stretched pretty thin, even though I love Stargate, so, I'm prepared to have that conversation. No, that's not what I want to do. I do want to go ahead and get my arm going, though, since we have a little bit of extra human power here. Yeah, remember I put in that chip that lets me grab the most exhausted person first to throw them over here. Otherwise, like, it is such a pain in the ass trying to, like, get everyone out of the way to get that exhausted person. It makes it incredibly difficult. That's why I was saying, like, it seems like, I don't know. It seems like such an easy fix that it's weird, and it's still a difficult game. It's still a difficult game. A group of our puny human scouts came across an old circus building. Great! I must have fireworks. Burn it down the nose. Okay, so I'm going to choose burn it because I haven't done that one yet, and let's see what happens. A giant mutant clown attacked. I knew nothing good would come of a circus. I wonder if the clown could have woken up if we didn't burn it down. What a waste of humans. Alright, so I don't remember what happened with the fireworks. Nothing super cool, I don't believe. I'm wasting effort here. Though I'll probably honestly need to upgrade that because it's already day 2. I also need to upgrade this because we are at capacity with food. Let's maybe hold off making babies just yet. Let's get everybody over there. Get these 2 filled. Probably should start thinking about making babies again. Oh shit, no more food making. Alright, you all can make food, but... Yeah, I don't know if I should have stopped making it, right? Because we'll be fine on food. I think we'll be fine if I do that. This will help them, I think, regenerate a little faster, but at least it lets me make more. I'm not sure quite yet if I am regenerating faster. But I think so. Maybe my stamina goes up as well. My late games. I was about to say late games, but I've never been to a late game. My late games typically are me just switching people back and forth frantically. Like right before they die. Okay, we're still good on food. I got a little bit of food going here. Let's get some more energy going. I seriously need to be considering upgrading. I just love the ruins of Research Center. We just found a huge supply of rare metals. It's a good moment to fix our wiring. Although that would require power. Okay, so I've done the niobic, wolfram, beryllic. I'm sure these are references that I don't get. Alright, let's do the wolfram. I've done the other 2 new ones. The experiment failed. Not only is wolfram unwilling to bend into wiring, it only becomes superconductive at ridiculously low temperatures. It's only good for making light bulbs, but all of our lamps are LED. Okay, so I wasted 48 power. You know, what are you going to do? I mean, not that, but what are you going to do? Alright, I need to be thinking about food. It's going to be a problem in 2 rounds. Lose some of these bozos. I need another arm. Oh shit. Oh man, that might have been a bad plan, Stan. Whew, that was close. I guess if it gets really dire, I can just start. I mean, I've never really tried that. Just making humans for the bioreactor itself. I don't think it would be super. I don't think it would be very useful. I don't think it would work. I'm not gonna win. I can already tell. Like I need to upgrade this, and I'm just never gonna have enough energy to get there. Unless I just start burning fucking bodies, which I guess is what I gotta do. Shit. I'm never gonna get it. It's not gonna happen for me. See, I've already messed up. There's this really interesting feeling of acceleration in this game, I think, that maybe sets it apart from similar other sort of... Oh, fuck, I didn't read that. Goddamn, I was tapping A. That happens more often than I'd like to admit. Oh, yeah, I can have 3. Maybe I can... Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to make it past this level. So close. Oh my god, I made it. Okay. There's no way I'm gonna make it again, though. Nah, it's too late. I've fucked around too long. Alright. Okay, so, I mean... This is sort of rudimentary, I suppose. Let's go back to the main menu. I guess I want to sort of like think about what systems we see here, right? Like what yeah, I don't know. What am I trying to think of? I suppose I can think of it through just thinking about what's represented, right? So we have the humans and their labor. I suppose their output is labor. And their their resource is energy. And then we have the electricity. We'll say power, because that is easier to type out over and over again. We have the reproduction. Let's just say production. It happens to be reproduction, humans, but it could be production if our semiotic domain changed. Well, so production's stupid because all of these are production, right? Like, I'll say, yeah, well, I'll just say reproduction. Like reproduction of laborers. I don't know. Production of food, and then sort of this weird. I don't know if I'll count that one because that's it's part of a mechanic, but it's not sort of representing its own system, right? It's more a way to further affect those other systems through the mechanics of the game. All right. I want to play through this again and really try to I'm just going to try to think about our systems. I mean, we have our systems here on the HUD, right? Oh, and time. I should mention time, I suppose. It's all time-based. Right. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, I suppose we can think of the systems that matter as being the ones that are clearly represented in the HUD, right? Power, people, and food. And time, although I don't think you can meaningfully manipulate it. I know you can fast forward it, but it doesn't it doesn't fast forwarding it doesn't change its relationship to the other systems, right? So it's just fast forwarding it. It doesn't give you any special power. All right. Ooh, that coffee's cold, but still pretty fucking good. I'll be damned honest with you. Okay, so yeah, it's about 10:30. So 30 minutes to sort of play around on the game, and then like mess around with it for 30 or so minutes, and then I'm going to switch to another game that is similar, but different. Okay. So when I upgrade, stamina see, I don't know what. Stamina 70 plus 50 seconds. So 50 seconds is added to the rest time? Well, is deleted from the rest time? Like they rest 50 seconds faster? That's not true. That's a lot, and that's not true. I don't know. Okay. Oh, so the S is stamina. Except for right above it, it is clearly seconds. But I don't know. What are you gonna do, right? I keep saying that. I've been watching Sopranos a lot. Oh my god. Yeah. What are you gonna do? All right. No. Just wait until I start talking about gabagool, which I actually had for the first time in St. Louis about a week ago. Tastes like roast beef. It's like Parma ham meets roast beef. I'm being stupid. Hey, thanks for following Bimbo Baggins. I'm sorry that I'm sorry for this. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been weeks since I have streamed. It's been a couple of days since I've played this game. I got pretty good at it. If pretty good means I could get basically past the first stage, which is day 6. Okay. So I guess I can think about the ways that the systems impact each other, right? We have. Let's see. I'm gonna change the way I talked about these because they're stupid. I'm gonna say power, population, and food, right? Although I kind of want to say food is just more resources. If I'm trying to think more globally about how to make the systems in this game do something else, right? So, the food could be, the food could be taxes, like if it were SimCity, or, food is just pretty. I guess food and taxes are the best ways to do this sort of system. Because it's always gonna be based on the population, right? And it's always gonna be tied to population. Although I guess taxes would be more of a credit, right? In a SimCity thing, it would be money that you got. Duh. Right. Okay. So food I'm going to put in parentheses, but really sort of anything that a population requires to exist. I'll say, right? It's always going to be tied to population. It's always yeah, always pulling based on what populations. Based on population value. So the way that this game handles population then is really interesting. We have two nodes here, right? Sort of a housing node and a reproduction node. We can maybe think of one as being like a barracks, you know, in something like Warcraft, like an RTS. This is not. I don't think of this game. This game isn't a traditional RTS, I suppose, but it is. There is strategy to make in real time. Sorry, I'll just read this. Oh, so yeah, it's Roy. An odd man in a stylish coat tried to get in our base. He doesn't respond to torture and refuses to work. What should I do with him? Maybe he wants to talk. He says he's a replicant, and you can blow him. The impudence! Cut out the thing he's offering you to blow. Perhaps it'll improve his diplomacy skills. The stranger was inhumanly strong. We had to put him down before he broke an arm. Well, how do you get Roy on your side? Clearly being nice doesn't work. I've seen things you couldn't believe, Roy. I've seen puny humans splattered on power wheels. I've seen warships over the... I can't remember that. I can't remember how it goes. Okay. Just a reminder, if anybody's watching, I'm just kind of fucking off right now and trying to think about this game instead of playing it well. Clearly. Labor, resource, energy. Right, population. I don't have the best place to put down my controller, unfortunately. That's real unfortunate. There we go. That's better. All right. So population is made to rise. Actually, I want to say it's controlled by the penis pump there. What do they call it? I'm sure it's got a name that I can use. The breeding tube. Which, you know, yeah. Same difference. It's controlled by breeding tube. No, that's not what I want to say. It's not controlled by breeding tube. It's increased by the breeding tube. It's reduced through expenditure of energy, or production of energy, food through the bioreactor, right? So I can make it go up with the breeding tube. I can make it go down either by working them to death or, which gets me nothing, I should note, except for expenditure Sure. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I think. I mean, it looks right. Um, Definitely had to spell it out. Or sound it out. Right. Okay. So the population is increased by the breeding tube. It's reduced through the expenditure of energy on the wheel, I suppose. That's really the wheel or food. Yeah. Okay. So just expenditure of energy, or the breeding tube. So three places. Duh. Or through the bioreactor, which can make a little bit of energy and a little bit of food. And I think importantly, it's not the energy and food that they produce in the bioreactor. It has nothing to do with how much energy they have. I think they all produce the same amount. Pardon me. Cold coffee in the morning makes me burpy. Right, okay. And then we have food. Always tied to population. I said food, but really anything that a population requires to exist, right? So food, or... I mean, you could also sort of replicate this system exponentially and make it food, shelter, water. You know, you could go up... I want to say Laszlo, but I don't think that's right. Laszlo's hierarchy of needs. Haslo? Whatever. The hierarchy of needs, you know what I'm talking about. It's not Laszlo, that's the dude from GTA. Unless it is, and that's great. I hope it is. Power, then. I don't really think I gave Bimbo Baggins enough credit for that clever name. It's good, I like it. Clearly, you're probably not the only one. Clearly, you're probably, because you have an underscore after it. But, you know, sometimes you gotta suffer for your art. Okay, so then we have power. And yeah, this is... I'm glad I brought time in, right? Because the power is... it's time-based. You lose... And maybe that's the only thing that's time-based. Well, that's not true. I mean, like, what's not time-based, right? But... I think it's the only thing that is specifically, explicitly tied to time. Of course, you people lose more energy the longer they are using energy. Duh. But every 20 seconds, you're gonna get your power is gonna get zapped. And that's sort of the time-based thing is sort of the impetus here, right? It's really the what do we call it in my writing classes? Oh, my students are probably not watching, but if they were, they'd be screaming at me. Whatever. It's a word that my brain doesn't want to. Impetus works. It's the impetus. Exigence. Oh, thank God. The exigence. I don't think I could have moved on, to be honest with you. My brain was overheating. Okay. Time-based. Every 20 seconds, power gets zapped. And right, that's... Every 20 seconds, power gets zapped, and this is the exigence. For the... You know, for the... It puts the system in motion. For the process enacted by the player. Okay. Power, time-based. Every 20 seconds, power gets zapped. This is the exigence for the process enacted by the player. Every 5 intervals, more energy is required every 20. Every five intervals, more energy is required every 20 seconds. Yeah, I think that's pretty true. I guess I'd kind of like to keep an eye on exactly how much more energy. I'm keeping it with that one because the other one's stupid. So I have 150 now, right? And let's see, I'll just do the first 3 days because that's probably all I'm going to make it anyway. Alright, so it takes 25 every 20 seconds in the first day. And then I would reckon that goes up to 50 and then 100. I bet it doubles every day. Let's see. Let's watch. All right. Because I can't help but to put narratives in my game, I love doing this little number, right? Where you have two people who have made love for their entire life. Like that's the reason they exist. It's to make love and babies. So you let them do it, and then, gosh dang it, well, what's better than that? Nothing. So, to the bioreactor with you. You led a good life. I don't want to hear about it, putty. Think about these dudes making burgers their entire lives. With no fucking support, right? And just things just flapping around. At least your thing makes sense for not having support. My battery's gonna die. I'm gonna have to go get a thing. But it's okay, because I'm gonna switch games here in about 10 minutes. So we'll just do all that in one break. Alright, let's see what's... I quit paying attention, god damn it. Fuck. So my total has gone up to 240. I think it was 150, right? So it's gone up 90. All right, so that's an important aspect. The capacity also rises, not just the cost, but capacity. Capacity for held power also increases. Oh my god, increases every 5 intervals. Cap equals 150 at the start. I don't know what this is gonna be. Alright, hold on. Let's see. We just caught an odd yellow electric mouse that tried to rescue humans from the bioreactor. A funny creature. I think this is probably Pikachu. But I'm gonna throw it in the reactor. Yeah, okay. Pika Pika. It took a day to fix. Okay, so my fucking bioreactor's down. I can't use that, so... Probably pretty boned. Okay, so I know I'm using too much power right now. Like, I'm running into the wheelhouse, but it doesn't matter because I really want to... Does it spell all this shit out for me? No, it doesn't. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to go from 240 to 190. So, right, it takes 50. And I bet... Sort of hints why you need to always... Like, even when you don't feel like you need to be, right? You need to be a step ahead of it on this fucking power-up for this thing. Or you're never, ever going to keep up with that incremental... It's not incremental, it's exponential. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I can't do that. That's what I'm not doing. Alright, well. I'd really like to make it to day 3 just so that I can... I feel like if day 3 is 100, I can start to make some assumptions about And they will just be assumptions, but they'll, you know, they'll be fine. They'll be working assumptions. I want to note, I have purposefully kept from watching anyone else play this game. I'm sure, because like the thing is like I kind of want to see someone play it who can, you know, at least get close to the end, because I'm sure just like sort of what they emphasize, and I bet it blows my mind. I bet it's just completely different than what I'm doing. Although I'd like to think I have the start of the game figured out. It's really around day 8 where things start going stupid real fast. All right, food generator calibration. All right, so this is brand new. I've never had this one before. 60% bread, 20 pork, 20 sauce, 50 bread, 30 pork, 20 sauce. I like that one. Or 20 pork, 30 sauce. That's way too much sauce, my friend, and that's way too much bread. Yeah. Too much fat. Humans have grown fat. Now they now eat more and get exhausted faster. At least food is produced faster too. Cold comfort. Oh my god, they really did get fat. That's funny. Alright, so they get exhausted faster. To be, you know, alright, I get it. Aesthetically, but I think if they were fatter, they'd get exhausted slower. Oh shit. Oh man, it's not good. Oh, it's not good. People are gonna die out here. Alright, we made it. Oh shit, I got to day 3 and I've not been paying attention. Oh no! Disaster. Disaster! Hold on. What the shit? Let's see. Sorry about this. El gato. Hmm. Fucking weird, man. All right. Well, I feel like I was about to type something. Oh, yeah. Day 3. Thank you very much. Day 2 was 50 every 20 seconds with a cap of 240, I believe. It went up 90. This one, we don't know. The cap went up to 400. So 160, which doubles. Right, so it's going to double every... That's not doubling. Right? It's close, though. Or is it actually 18? Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. 150 to 240 is I'm going to wager that this is... I'm going to go ahead and just type it in so I can get this down. And the cap is 400. All right, and I'm wagering that it will be 100. Come on. Kill me. All right, increase of 160. Where are we at? 400. And in 3 seconds, it will change. We'll see what we get. I think it will change to 225, right? That was a little bit obnoxious because I'm just going to stop making... It will change to 156. $166. Okay, so it's still... Okay. So that's weird. So it doesn't double, but it just barely doesn't double, right? Instead of 100 doubling, instead of doubling 50, it goes to 90. And instead of doubling 90, it increases by 160. Okay. So, I mean, I really appreciate the level of tweaking that must have taken them, right? Because one would assume that you would just start with sort of those easily divisible numbers or multiplying numbers, right? It just doubles every time. But I can see how that could be hard, because clearly not quite doubling them every turn is still pretty hard. So maybe this is a double... Well, so it doubles the second turn for sure. And then maybe after that it doubles minus 10 or something. Am I going to make it to 4? I am going to make it to 4. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see what 4 does. It's 11, so I want to switch over to this other game. Since it's picked up an unknown source of smoke, the analyst shows that it's marijuana. First they smoke pot, then they stop breeding. Stupid, useless humans. I'll let them smoke pot. They recover their strength 20% slower. I've chosen that one before, but oh man, all my humans are dead. I totally was not paying attention to anything. Okay, so it goes up to 580. I can see that. And 174. I mean, it's going to go to... Well, I should be able to see the minus number, right? 174 to oh shit, what was it? 174 to 134. So 160 again. Right? No. 140. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was getting that confused. 140 every 20 seconds. Which would be double minus 20. So maybe starting at level 3, it becomes double minus 10 points for every level after 3, right? So level 3 is minus 10, or starting at level 3. Level 3 is minus 10, level 4 is minus 20. I would wager level 5 is double minus 30. And then the cap for this was, what was it, 580. So it went up 180. Right? from 400, yeah, to 580. So we have 150 to 240, an increase of 90. And then if we were going to double that, right, it'd be 180. All right, but we decreased it by 20. Wait. Hold on. I need to reset my thinking. The energy it takes every round doubles. The capacity does not. It goes up by 90. It doesn't double. It goes up by 90. Or the first time it does. The second time, it seems like it would double that increase, but it in fact does not. I'm probably not the one to be doing this because I am not the swiftest at math. So it goes from 90 and then an increase of 70. And then no. No. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. All right, whatever. I don't know. I think I've gotten myself confused here. Fucking math. So we have... You can't really see what I'm working on here, but... I should maybe try to put my little notepad here somewhere on screen. Let's see if I can work this out real quick. Window capture, capture windows. Not that one. Oh, it doesn't look like it doesn't look like I can. It doesn't want to. For some reason, it's not like a. It's not registering as a window. That's too bad. I'll figure out it sometime when I'm not on stream. But I want it to work. But it ain't gonna. Alright. Sorry, that was ridiculous. Oh, well, you have that. But that's not what I want. Make it go away. Make it go away. Thank you. Thank you. Make it go away. Okay. Well, that was stupid. So, I don't know. I guess I have some math to figure out. And I don't want to do that on stream. First, because it's a little embarrassing, to be honest with you. Two, because I can't, I don't know. You just, standing here. You know, there's nothing for you to look at and help me with, so. Fuck it. We'll do it later. We'll do it live! We're not going to do it live. That's the point. Alright, so it's a little after 6. After 11. I want to switch to this other game. But I kind of think I just want to double check that I've got everything, or not everything, but at least enough. So I'm talking about the food, right? So I guess I want to think about the humans a little bit. I said that their output was labor, obviously, right? They're the things that you use to make the things go, and their resource is energy. Okay, so maybe I want to say that you can. Right, okay, yeah. I want to make sure energy and power are two different things, right? So energy, we'll talk about energy in terms of the humans. Energy is restored in, I can't remember what it's called. human storage. And expended to make power. I'm going to say population because, you know, I get what that means. And food. Energy is restored in human storage and expended to make power, population, and food. Right. Okay. We're going to play, not the Cult Simulator, although I really wanted to play that one. I haven't spent enough time with it yet. I don't like it very much. But instead, we're going to play this Cult Simulator, which is not called Cult Simulator. It's called The Shrouded Isle, I think. I think that's what it was called. I need to change it on... I need to change it on Twitch real quick. Is it Shrouded? Yeah, The Shrouded Isle! Alright. Right. What else was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I need to find my Switch controller, but I think it's got enough. I think it'll last oh, that's my Switch battery, not my controller battery. You know what? I think it'll last. If it doesn't, well, we'll deal with it then. Okay, so I've got a game in process, but like the other one, this is very sort of... it's meant to be played like a roguelike. What am I trying to say? I've got a word in the back of my craw, but I can't spit it out. I don't want to call it a roguelike, but it's meant to be played sort of over and over and over again, right? I would say you don't really, unlike a roguelike, you don't unlock anything. I guess a roguelite, more light. You don't unlock anything to make previous future attempts more easier, more better. But yeah, I mean, you do sort of get used to playing it and figuring out, you know, the turns. And you just get better acclimated to the systems and the ways that they interact with one another, right? Not unlike Despotism 3K. But quite unlike that game. This one's very slow paced. It still has several systems in play, and it's very much a balancing game, just like that other one. But the way that just the effect, the aesthetic that it gives off is very different. All right, I'm going to start a new game because it doesn't matter. We will die here, probably. 495 years ago, our founders saw that humanity would perish except the worthy. Our Lord will return in glory to reward the faithful. Yet, there are sinners in our community, as there always are. As the high priest, I must select a sinner to sacrifice every season. 5 years ago, or 5 years until Judgment Day, if we are free from sin, He will save us from this suffering. He is a named entity, but I cannot remember the name off the top of my head. It'll come. Okay, so this is stage one of our game. You know, I live here at the cathedral, and I have 5 houses that are sort of running this church state that we have going for us, right? We have the Kigneys, who are satisfied right now. They own the farmlands, providing sustenance to the village and hosting book burnings. They're my ignorance force. I play them to increase ignorance in the community, to keep everybody, you know, not asking questions, kind of stuff, not thinking too hard. I never really thought that I have to say these words out loud. Iofska. All right, we'll go for that. Hardy Lot, excelling at carpentry, masonry. They are my fervor. They like to burn shit. Oh, no, sorry. They like to build great monuments to the Lord. So I'll play them to keep my fervor up. And you can see at the very bottom here, I have, satisfied. That tells me where my reputation with these houses are, which house they are, what function they serve, like sort of what system they are. And then below that, you see the meter. The bar is set at 25% on the meter, sort of by default. But starting after the first round, after the first season, each year has 4 rounds for seasons, right? So after the first season, I'll start having dreams, and the god will tell me to focus on one, and it will move up to 50%, right? And so I have to keep those things filled, or if they are delinquent for more than one turn, then the country becomes undisciplined, and we fall into chaos, and we never resurrect the great old one or whatever. Likewise, if I don't keep my people satisfied, if I don't keep my houses satisfied, they'll sink into rebellion, and if they were rebellious for more than one round, they will. I lose. Lots of ways to lose here. There's some other sort of twists and turns here, but I think we'll get into that as we go. Right? That's sort of the main gist. That's what I am trying to do. And now I'm going to select a seasonal advisor from each house. So each round, I choose one person from each house who's going to serve as my my advisor, and that's who I'll play to raise like discipline or penitence. Right now, it seems like discipline is the one that I need to focus on. So I'll play them to raise discipline. Each person, as we'll see in just a moment, is going to have a vice and a what do they call it? A sin and I think it's right down here, right? I can go here. Right. Virtue? Yeah, maybe they call it a virtue. Virtue and a vice? Yeah, that makes sense. 2 V's. Alliteration. That's so good. So we can see that each virtue and vice is going to have an effect on these systems here, right? Each one is improved by a set number of virtues, and you can see some are bold, and that means that it is a great virtue or a great sin. So ignorance, for instance, is improved. If your person is haunted, then they improve ignorance. And what makes this game really interesting in the ways that these systems all sort of come together is that each person is going to have a vice and a virtue, and it might not necessarily pertain to the thing that they would be raising, right? So you raise somebody on discipline, but maybe they are a liar and a pyromaniac, right? So they're going to raise fervor quite a bit, but they're going to reduce penitence because they're a liar. So then you got to play penitence, right? And make sure that they're not, doing something else that is not what you intend. Okay. I think that's a good synopsis. We'll move on. I'm gonna make a note in my notes that we've moved on. This is Shrouded Isle. Oh, I didn't say who this was by. Not that I'm some fucking big name streamer or anything, but I do like to shout out the lovely developers of the awesome games I play. Kit Fox Games, that's right. Kit Fox Games. This came out, so this is actually a year older than Despotism 3K. This came out in August of 2017. I would imagine it came out on PC first. But it is now on the Switch, which is where I'm playing it. Okay, so every so often you also get these letters that sort of, whatever, these little flavor things. Well, not just flavor, they have ramifications. Okay, carrots have overtaken her monuments. And then the other is complaining that the monument is disrupting her carrot. So the farmers and the monument builders are having a disagreement. I can either side with Iosifka. That's going to be pronounced different every time I say it. I can, I guess, side with Kigney, the farmers, and then that would increase fervor. No, sorry, that would decrease fervor, right? Because I'd be siding against the House of Fervor. Can a more carrot-friendly monument be constructed? And we don't know what that's going to do, but I like that because I don't want to start in a deficiency, even though I have fervor to burn. I might have to burn it to raise discipline, for instance, right? Neither part is pleased by your attempt to compromise, in the village opinion of your leadership falls. Fuck. Okay, so that's not great. Obedience goes down 15%. I can't go lower than obedience. Well, I can, but I can't keep it there. I need to keep an eye on it. Okay. So let's get into this part, right? This is really sort of still the first round or whatever. The first I don't know, group of actions. I am faced with this family, right? I have the matriarch here, and then I have 4 family members: Milos, Wendelin, Yaramir, and Kasmira. Because I'm in good standing with them, because they're satisfied, I can make inquiries, right? I can learn about these people, and I have 2. I think if they're neutral, you only have 1, and if they're below neutral, you don't get any. But we will get a chance to see more about them later. So right now I'm going to choose one. I know a little bit about these people already, right? Like there's a rumor here that Yaramir is disciplined. So playing him will increase discipline. But it's going to have an unknown negative effect, and I don't know what that is. I also don't know how good the effect on the discipline is going to be, right? It could be minor, it could be major. And sort of the reverse with Kazmira here. I know she knows too much, so if I play her, normally if I play someone from this house, it's going to raise ignorance, right? Because they're burning books and they're doing it. But because this person knows too much, let's see what I'm gonna use my my inquiry on her. So she's rumored to know too much. We'll learn more about her. She's a scholar. Okay, so we've learned that there is a scholar hiding in the ignorance house, burning only romance novels, trashy pulp, keeping all of the good stuff. Okay, so this is important for a number of reasons. One, I know that if I play her, that I can't depend on her to raise ignorance, which isn't a problem right now, but could be a problem if, for instance, I needed to raise obedience or discipline, right? I definitely want to be able to play that house and raise that if I need to, but I can't do it with her because she works against her house. Let's see. Not that she shouldn't be played, and I'll get to that in just a second. I like to find out people's vices first because that, happy surprises are a good thing. Unhappy surprises are a bad thing. So, I'm really tempted to play Kazmira, but let's hold off before I appoint an advisor. Let's keep moving. Actually, let's not. I'm going to save her. Instead, I don't want to do this discipline. We're going to play Yaramir, even though I just said that thing about a happy surprise and all that, but I know he's going to raise discipline, and I could use that. If fervor goes down a little bit, or ignorance, not a big deal. It's probably not going to be the minus 30 here, notice. We're on a scale of 100 here, right? So that bar is 25. So, playing her would take ignorance below the bar, because I'm not quite to 50 yet. It doesn't look like I'm halfway. Okay. Talk it. I'm just talking so much. Okay. More inquiries remaining. Am I still streaming? My preview went dark. Let me check real quick. Yeah, we're good. It's hot as balls in here, though. Okay. This is Iofska. I told you this was a much slower game. We want fervor. Let's just see what we got here. Like I said, I don't like surprises. Okay, so she's lacking fervor. Again, not somebody we want to play to raise fervor, but we don't necessarily need to raise it. We definitely don't want to play somebody who's disobedient. So let's play this obedient person. Could be problems. I don't mean to say that I subscribe to this, to what I'm doing here, but I'm doing it. It's an engagement. Not terribly, not one that I think I would plan to sit down here for a long time and play with, because I think I'll probably regret some stuff. But what are you gonna do? Okay, so I think because let's see. Actually, I wouldn't mind fervor being sacrificed, but I can't do that. So I'm gonna use this guy. This guy to raise my discipline. He is going to reduce ignorance, but hopefully by not too much. And we'll learn more about that when we can. Okay, so this guy is neutral, and this house is neutral, and I only have one inquiry here, right? So I have to choose pretty carefully. My question is, do I want to do I want to know for certain what somebody is, or just have more of a perfect? Okay. So my penitence man will raise ignorance, and he will he will lower fervor, but I can spare some fervor. I'm over. My cup runneth over with the ferv. It runneth fervor. I really, really, really like the aesthetics of this game. And interestingly, you can change the basically the colors of the whole thing through a wide variety of preset colors. Maybe I'll do that in a second. I think you can basically do it whenever you want. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten very far in this game either. I think I've gotten actually to halfway. I think I've gotten halfway through year 3. Yeah, so 2.5 years left. But that's as far as I got. I don't think that the color changes like every year or anything, but maybe it does. I can't remember. All right, I'm just yakking. I'm just fucking yakking. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I got some inquiries to make. This is obedience, so I need to play these folks. I could still lose some fervor, right? So let's check these two dudes. I think this is a man. All right, so he's lazy. So it's not great, but it's certainly not awful. I think this game makes some really. I think maybe both games make some really interesting claims about what it is to be a human. I think that first game clearly is evil, and you are subjugating humans and using them as essentially sort of batteries that power themselves, like rechargeable batteries, kind of, but that are also used up in that recharging. But it's not all that different than, I suppose, a really reductionist view of the corporate life or something, or just work in general. Life in capitalist society. Jesus Christ. And then this one says I think something about human nature, and I'm not quite sure it's a good thing or a bad thing. But we'll get into that in just a second, I suppose. I still need to make a decision here. Well, let's just see what he does good. All right, let's just throw it all on Ladislas. I don't know if these are real names or if they're just like randomized or something. Like Aaron with 2 R's instead of 2 A's. Okay, but he's gonna raise obedience anyway, right? Because he's house obedience. But there's gonna be a bonus because he's also very obedient, allegedly. Okay, so we have our advisors. Now we start the first season. So now I need to choose between 1 and 3 advisors, right? And they're gonna do their thing. I want discipline to go up, so I definitely want to raise him, right? And I could see some idea of what's gonna happen here because I don't know the full picture. Once I know the full picture, it becomes much less guesswork and just more balancing. I also want to play Ladalis because I need obedience. You'll see that when I select them, my reputation changes, or rather, maybe their satisfaction with my reputation changes. If I select just one, they're going to get a swell of support, right? And he becomes zealous from. I think he's satisfied already, but he's really going to be into me, right? Which doesn't, I don't think, really do anything except for just allow them to fall further, right? So I could build up a zealous house, and then when things happen, I've got a bank of resource with them, right? Of reputation resource. Okay, but I don't want to do that. So I want to spread this out a little bit. Both of them are satisfied. I've got these 3 neutrals now that I really need to be keeping an eye on. So I could play Fervor here. She's a little obedient, so it's going to kick obedience over a little bit, even though this bar doesn't represent it because it's only accounting for the numbers that we know. Her obedience will probably kick it up to 6. So I'll get like +1 net gain on obedience if I play her. I think. I don't know for sure, but that's what we're gonna do. So let's do it. Importantly, you always want to play people that you don't know, because at the end of every result screen, you get to do sort of an unlimited inquiry on them. Now it's still going to cost you house points, but it's not much. 9 points total. Not a big deal. All right. So here we found another major sinner. And she's militaristic, right? So she raises obedience a little bit, but she's a liar. So penitence goes down quite a bit too. So I don't want to play her again, because now penitence is a trouble spot, or at least it's fine right now, but it's getting close. Okay, here we go. So discipline went up 3. We don't know what happened to the other ones. Okay, so penitence. He's accusatory. He has a major virtue, but he's a linguist, right? So this sort of gets at what I was talking about earlier. Sort of about what it says about human people. You don't get a whole lot of net good people, right? Like, this guy has a +15, but he's, overall he's a -5 on me. It has happened before, and I've had some people that balance out. And you like, those people are rare. Now, you might be saying, well, sure, the game is saying that most people are, net bad, but that is from the point of view of a cult leader who's trying to get them to do bad things. So maybe it means they're net good. And I would say, yeah, that's fair. Okay. And this is my last inquiry for this part of the round. He's timid, so this guy's a -15, right? Like, not a whole lot of good done for me. But he's also not. He's also not the worst. He's not gonna tank me in anything. I definitely need to be checking out Vicar Efferson. I need to play the Efferson house again, because they are becoming dissatisfied. But that works out because they both have question marks, right? I want to get rid of those question marks, and I want to see numbers. Once you see numbers, you can't. That's you know them. There's no point in inquiring about them anymore. There might be a reason to play them, but I'm not. I'm just going to play this two because I really want. I want them to catch up with. All right. So nothing too bad there. I'm skipping ahead of this. It's a little slower, but it's really annoyingly easy to skip past this without doing the extra inquiries. Okay, so I have quite a collection here. Nobody's breaking down my doors as someone who I'm ready to let lead. The church or whatever. All right, heresy. Casimir Cadwell reports that Preben Efferson has called Chernobog. That is the god. Fictional Chernobog. While Preben is not the most ardent worshiper, there is no proof that Preben disavowed our faith. Okay, so I could. Oh no, I don't want to make Efferson not like this, so I'm going to leave that one alone. Fervor, I could still. I could burn Fervor, or I could burn a little favor with Cadwell, and I think I'm going to burn favor with Cadwell. Oof. I burned a lot of favor. But I got a little bit more approval with Efferson, so that works. And penitence went up. So, okay. Yeah, net good. All right, and one more round of this. I feel like obedience needs to go up. Ooh, no. See, if I play obedience, then fervor gets taken down below that bar and becomes red. If it's red, not at the end of this turn, but at the end of next turn, I will lose. It will start flashing, and it's hard to miss. So I can play. Let's see. Actually, I want to play. I just lost. Oof! I went from like 3 satisfied to 1 satisfied. I might have to run and go get a controller, but that's okay. Okay, so this one looks pretty good. Oh no, I don't want to play. I don't want to play a sinner. But I can't really play anybody. Well, yeah, I don't want to play those 2 linguists because that's just gonna kill my thing. So fuck, who do I want to play? We'll do these 2, I suppose. That's all right. That's pretty good. So I have numbers, so I can really just sort of skip through this. I don't have to worry about uncovering anything. I know what I can know about all these people. All right, and here is the thing. Season's end draws near. A sacrifice must be made to protect the village. I have to sacrifice one of these folks, right? And I'm going to take a huge hit in approval from whatever house it's going to happen from, right? I'm also going to take their vices and their sins are also going to come into effect again, right? Because their vice, if I sacrifice this person, who I'm going to sacrifice because they're the only person with a major sin, and I'll lose less reputation with the offending house if I do that. They will grudgingly submit to my decision. I'll lose a little obedience because she was obedient, and the villagers will, there's some dissonance, some cognitive dissonance going on there, and then but penitence will rise because she's a liar. All right. All of that is to say, I'm picking her. All right. Through sacrifice thy will be done. We sacrifice the life of Nadij in the name of Chernobog and the good of our people. I lose 30 approval from the house. All the other houses I get +5. Plus 15 penitence and minus 10 obedience. So yeah, okay. So, I mean, I'm keeping balance, right? And this is the new season. My faithful servant, I await your devotion. Encourage ignorance, purity of mind and soul. The scholar, give her to me. This works out well because we know who the scholar is already. Sometimes you don't. However, it's not the greatest, right? Because we need to raise ignorance. And here's the thing. It doesn't really matter if we actually hit that mark this round. What's important is that we don't let it go for a round being deficient, right? And this will be the first round that is deficient. Our problem here is that in order to raise ignorance, the best way anyway, is to play a member here, a member of this house. But our scholar is a member of this house, and she will fucking tank ignorance, so we can't play her. What we have to do then is find some other folks who will raise our ignorance for us, like Nikolai here, right? But I don't know what his vice is, so let's check that. So he's missing fervor, so that might work, but we need to pay attention to fervor. Let's see what our letter does. Fast. Okay, so Miko is fasting. It's not something that is from the scripture, and House Caldwell worries that his piety may end in death. I can let him suffer and encourage fervor and discipline, or I can turn it into something more useful and encourage discipline. And what I think will happen is Cadwell will like me more. I've had this one before. And so since fervor would be nice, but long term, I really need to manage my house reputations. Because they're the things that tank the fastest, as you see. I have to kill somebody every round. So like, there's no just sitting it out. Okay, let's. I don't even care about you. I'm gonna play you, but like, you're gonna die. Let's see what you got going on. All right. So they're neutral +6. So I was trying to figure out exactly, sort of like what I was doing with the last game. I was trying to find exactly sort of the way that these things are scaled, and it's not quite even, but it's not quite. It's not the easiest thing to ascertain either. But I believe neutral is 20 to -20 on this scale of 100 to -100. I believe there's like a 40-point chunk in the middle that is neutral. And then on either side of that is either satisfied, dissatisfied, zealous, or rebellious. But they're not equal. And I think neutral might be the smallest. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I'm just fucking talking. Which is fine, because, you know, I can review this for notes. Right. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, so I've already done them, sorry. Because I killed her last round, I want to do my dead level best to not sacrifice anyone from this house this round. It works out because my scholar is in another house, but just as often, I will say, the god will ask for somebody from a house that you just sacrificed somebody from. And yeah, so I wanna sort of, I guess, mention that I don't know what it does when you find the sin that he wants and gives it to him. I know at the end screen there's sort of a bit of sorry, let me do this, and then I can think. This is fervor, which I want to raise. I would really like some. I can lose discipline. Yeah, let's do that. Fuck. I wish somebody was in chat, if for no other reason than just to tell me what the fuck I was just talking about when I switch topics. Because I was just thinking, I want to think about something, but I need to think about this first. Lord Cadwell is discipline. I don't care to lose some discipline, but I don't necessarily want my discipline guy to lose discipline. Okay, here's ignorant. Let's see how ignorant she is. So not terribly ignorant. That's not going to do me a whole lot of fucking good. But at this point, it might be the best I can do. So I'll play her. Yeah, I don't know. It's 5 points isn't gonna be much in the face of like minus 20 or 30, but particularly because I can't play that house this round. But as I mentioned earlier, it doesn't really matter for this round. It's just gonna be a headache later. But that level will go down, and I definitely beat 25. So if what I'm saying doesn't make sense to you, it's fine. I'm just fucking rattling. Just rattling off. Who is this? Blackburn is obedience. I definitely want to raise obedience. So let's see what your negative is. Your okay, cool. Unrepentant. So you will work. Or is that all? That's all. There's one more aspect that we will unlock. I can't remember if it's the second year or halfway through the first. I can't remember. I think it might be the next season. Okay, so C. Unfortunately, I have to play her now that I think about it because we don't know everything about her, and it's better to know when you sacrifice someone than to not know, because people will be confused about what they should be taking away from it, right? So like you want no problems. We'll go ahead and play her. So that actually helps quite a bit, because instead of losing 20 ignorance, I will lose 5 ignorance. Yeah, so that's a pretty good. That is a pretty good stopgap. Actually, we'll play both of these people because they help offset that loss of ignorance, and I can learn about her and them, and then not have to play her again. I don't think I'm definitely not gonna get it up to 50. I can keep it above 25 though, so that next round it won't be a problem. All right, it's elegant scholar. Not in my cult. And practical narcissist. Again, net negative 15. So like, view of people is very pessimistic. Again, though, through the eyes of a cult leader. So opposite day kind of stuff. All right. He's superstitious. So I'm not sure the way the game works. If because we didn't know he was superstitious, we got all of those 15 points. I'd like to think that's the truth, because I feel like it's the way when you get a fucking major vice. So who knows? Nikolai. You complicated son of a bitch. So Nikolai is a really annoying person who has both a powerful major vice and a major virtue, which means I can kill him. I can sacrifice him for his major vice, but I'm going to take a huge hit because he has a major virtue. So ignorance would suffer if I sacrificed him. All's not lost though with Nikolai. We'll see in just a moment what can be done with folk like Nikolai. Okay, so let's get fervor up. That's a must. And let's I like that. I think after this turn, I'm gonna go get some water, even if it's just for 15 minutes. My mouth is dry. It was the damn coffee. So haunted and generous. Okay, so this is good actually. She's like -5. A net -5 is not bad. Particularly maybe because thinking of them, it's in terms of like net, isn't super useful for the game. Because net's not necessarily important. When I find somebody who is like a -5 or 0 or even a +5 or 10, that's useful because it can help balance things. But like sometimes it's useful to be able to really sort of, use the thing that you have pent up in penitence. The penitent man will pass. Only the penitent man will pass. Okay, so I've got my numbers. I can go to the next result. I don't have my numbers here, so let's check her out. She's lawful, but a weasel. Okay. So I definitely need to get dissatisfied up if I can. If I can swing that, that would be a good move. Okay, so Miko is writing a book called The Laws of Living, with guidelines for living a disciplined life more easily in the village. Efferson won't like it. And I don't want him to not like things. I'm going to read it and then decide. Okay. So discipline went up a little bit and approval went up a little bit. I probably could have... Probably choosing either of those other ones would have had more of an effect, but I don't mind small positive effects. Those are good. All right. Give me just a moment. I will return in 30 seconds. Start counting. Y'all, I was muted this whole time. I didn't say anything important, but god damn it. Why'd you let me do that? All right. I was talking about this. We're looking for cowardly, right? So we could see that fervor is hindered by cowardly. So we're looking for a rumor of someone. We're looking for someone who is rumored to be lacking fervor, right? I did an inquiry on Netta here and found out she's morbid, so it can't be her. She's not cowardly. She's morbid. As I was saying, I don't know if there's a rule in the game where one house can't have major sins in the same area, like fervor. But if I had to guess, I would say that that's not the case. I think this game is pretty randomized as far as who gets what and where they show up at. I think the people are always in the same house, but their attributes are always changing. Okay, so I just got him, and I don't see any people who could be cowardly. We don't have a bunch of. We do have this guy who's acting strange, right? So he's got a contagion. I'm going to confine him to the vault, and we'll go take care of him in just a second. Then we have Miko here, or Miko. I wish I had paid attention, because that doesn't matter, because I need to know these people. Okay, so none of those people are rumored to be lacking fervor. This is why I don't think that other thing is a rule, because you'll notice that no one here is lacking fervor, right? So and the houses have differing we can sacrifice some ignorance. We have a really ignorant crowd here. The houses aren't equal, so I just don't think that's the case. Okay, we have a lazy guy here. He's not going to be that. Oh, okay. Could be you. Not you. I doubt it's going to be Dymus, because she's full of fervor. And while I have had a character who had sort of like the same category of both vice and sin, well, that's the same thing, virtue and vice. It was one of those things, and like one of those messages. It was an event that sort of changed one of them to be like the other. So I don't think default that happens very often. I've got to appoint one, so I am going to pick. I don't think it's her. I'm going to pick Bella just in case for this moment, because I don't know what her vice is, right? So she could be rumored. Oh. Well, fuck, I already know the coward. Son of a bitch. I just wasn't paying attention. Unfortunately, it's not great news, because he has a major virtue. I'm looking for the coward, right? Yeah, okay. So, right, I kind of remember what I was saying now about the ending. I don't know exactly what happens when you give Chernobog what he wants, and are able to sort of, raise the values of whatever system that he's asking for. But I would imagine that it impacts the ending of the game. I don't think it has any immediate effect, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but I think it impacts the ending of the game. At the end, you sort of get a thing that tells you, the days you've completed and that kind of shit. And so far, I have unlocked 0 of 7 endings. So I would imagine, you get 7 of them, maybe you get the best ending. All of this is to say that I don't necessarily have to play him, and I don't think I'm going to. Instead, I'm going to do this. Actually, no, I don't want to do this. What do I want to do? Okay. Instead of just me thinking, I'll show you here and try to talk through it. So when you confine people, they're hanging from these things, right? I can examine Casimir, and I'll find out how he's acting strangely, right? And then I can purify him, or I could purify him now, and it may cure his affliction, but it might make things worse. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can. Oh no. Let's confine him. I'll be able to release him if I want to. All right. So he's a paragon of ignorance. Through purification, he may transcend mortal flesh. I'm going to do this because it's a neat thing that happens. He's not the best use of this because he still has that major sin. But I do want to show you what happens when you purify, like sort of give you a taste of where the game seemingly heads, right? And I'm going to examine this guy to just see what's going on. And then I'm just going to pick some people because I want to get through this and get to the next round really quickly. Begin inquiry. Let's find out about you. You are disciplined. You're great. I'm going to pick you. Wendolin. I don't know some stuff about some people, so I don't want to put fervor here. So let's learn more about Ivan. Yeah. Okay, and then I didn't pick him, so we'll learn more about. Oh, all right. I need penitence actually. Is that good? Is that picking up? That's my cat feeder. And me screaming, food time, to my cats. Yeah, that's a thing that happens in my life. Like every fucking 4 hours, I hear myself yelling food time to a bunch of snot-nosed brat cats. All right. Enough of that. Let's get to burning books and building stuff. Even though it doesn't much matter. Oh, okay, so we found a 0. She's a rare beast here. She's not negative bad, right? She's not good, but she's not bad. So I could really use her to help sort of balance some things, particularly if I needed to boost ignorance, right? She's a safe bet to use for ignorance. Of course, unfortunately, the way that the game is built. Hey, I fucking found another one. Wow. You all are good luck. Honest and... Oh, wait, one more. I found the klepto. Alright, I need to get the kidneys up. Of course, I did just kill one of their people. Complaining that the snows melted the village rot, some manner of filth creeps, making the people stink. Okay, well, I do definitely want to encourage penitence. I wouldn't care to encourage discipline. Or I can... yeah, I'm gonna take the 10 approval points. Okay. Penitence, discipline, and let's see if we can get some fervor in there. Yeah. Alright, it's a little past time. Oh fuck, I missed that. Well, whatever. I told you I'd miss it. I told you I would. It's so easy to skip because skipping those things is also the same button to skip the thing. Alright, so I got an artist who's also a masochist, the way that's happened too often in this game. You ideally would like either one major sin or one major virtue. Having both causes issues. Alright. Finish the results. I can't remember who's going to get it, so I guess the klepto is going to get it. Oh shit. Sorry, I thought it was time to kill somebody. I fucking did it again. It doesn't matter. We're about to end. Okay, so you might be thinking, whoa, your obedience is way down, and it is. It's probably too far down. But you'll notice that my klepto is, is an obedience sin. It's a sin against obedience. So killing her, sacrificing her, will raise my obedience. Clearly, it is a little bit too much to matter, but it's not dire. I'm not flashing, so you'll notice though. I mean, maybe this is a good place to stop. I will get a warning at the beginning of this round that tells me people are getting a little too disobedient. Winter. Yeah, all right. So get penitence and obedience up, or you lose. Sorry about that. Children no longer sing about Chernobyl. Instead, they sing about white sand beaches and fruits called coconuts. Investigation determines Maisha Cadwell has been painting these fanciful images. We shall burn every forbidden painting, or Maisha must turn this creative energy towards our Lord. Well, I'm gonna pick fervor because I have more ignorance than I do fervor, and that gives me a nice little bank to draw from. Right, I can select maybe a Blackborn person who has negative ignorance or fervor. Okay, here's what I wanted to show you all. When you purify someone with a major virtue, they transcend flesh and become awoken. And you can use them. He's still gonna have the cowardly thing happen, right? Like, that's no good. And now if I sacrifice him, really bad things happen. Like, basically I just get negatives across the board. It's not like -5 or 10 or something, but it's still not great. He's hyperactive, so I can get rid of him. I was hoping, so I think one solution to my awoken problem here. No, because it wouldn't work. It would take away his vice. There are ways to change their virtues and vices, but I don't think it's terribly controllable. I think it's a little bit random. It's a little bit random on which person is chosen, and then a little bit random on like what happens, and what's changed and what it changes to. So, not the best sort of. It's just not a great. It's not a great situation to have this guy. But I do really appreciate sort of the change in art, and I don't know. I really like the shading on these. It's kind of spooky. It reminds me a lot of the table card game Gloom, and that style of art, Edward Gorey kind of style. But then like it just gets so cool when they go all fucking nasty. Okay, well, hey, this has been Distracts. It's afternoon, so I need to get off here and go do some of the stuff. I hope this has been cool. I think it's been useful for me. I think maybe the next time I do this, I'm going to visit Shrouded Isle again and try to work out some of these systems, or maybe I'll just do that in the meantime and we'll look at something else again. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool and I want to keep doing it. So yeah, join us on the next Distracts for another game. When it happens, it'll be on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock sometime. Some Tuesday at 10 o'clock. When is a good question. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye.